What's up guys, Felix here, and I'm here to bring you today a Windwalker guide talking about the changes and things that I found most useful for patch 5.3. This guide's going to cover all the stuff that you need to know about Windwalker monks going into patch 5.3, including gemming, reforging, and all that stuff, so let's get started and hope it helps. The first and biggest change that 5.3 brought us was the change to our Resil. No matter if you're in PvE or PvP gear, you always get a base Resil line of 65%. In addition, the Resil has been taken out of all the PvP gear. Now let's go and look up the ways to gem and enchant for PvP as a Windwalker monk. First, let's get into the gems. One of the main gems that you're going to need to focus on is Delicate Primordial Ruby for 160 agil to match your red sockets. Now, you might be thinking, why not gem straight PvP power or straight mastery? Well, the reason behind this is as a Windwalker, agility will increase your healing by a lot. The principle also applies to DPS classes that have a heal cast, such as a Feral Druid or Shadow Priest. Also, in patch 5.3 they nerfed PvP power gems where they do not give 320 but 160 instead, and you need around 400 PvP power per 1%. So overall it is actually better to gem agility. Now let's move on to your yellow gems. You're going to want to socket your yellow sockets for 320 mastery, which is called Fractured Sun's Radiance. And finally, you want your blue gems to be Assassin's Imperial Amethyst for 80 agility and 80 PvP power. Alright, so now that we covered the gemming, let's move straight into the reforging. First things first, you need to make sure your hidden expertise is capped at least 3%. After that, you need to make sure that you have enough haste that you can be between 12 to 13 energy per second. This is a rough cap that I found for energy regain so that when you're doing a rotation as a monk, you'll have enough energy to jab by the time you run out of chi. As soon as you've reached that, you can reforge out of crit and go into mastery, or if you feel like you have too much haste, you can reforge that into mastery as well. Now let's move on to the talents. The first change to note is Ring of Peace got redesigned. What happens is it no longer disarms for the entire duration. Instead, what it'll do is as soon as a target enters Ring of Peace, what it'll do is it will silence and disarm for the initial 3 seconds. If someone happens to cast or do another melee attack in that Ring of Peace while it's up, it'll be silenced and disarmed for another 3 seconds. Please note that during this patch, they made sure to make sure the DR with the disarm does DR with your other disarms as well. So keep that in mind. Now, you might think this is a nerf, however, I found it to be quite useful to silence multiple targets at once. Even though it only lasts for 3 seconds initially, the thing that's amazing about this talent now is that if you see someone casting, you don't have to wait for them to finish the cast and get it off. You can actually go and interrupt them with Ring of Peace. So I actually found myself interrupting multiple targets at once with Ring of Peace. And then if they happen to cast or do something after that, it would disarm or silence for another 3 seconds, which I thought was very good. So to be honest, I believe they buffed Ring of Peace by a lot. Now, the only other few talents that I want to talk about is mainly the ones in the first bracket. To me personally, I believe these are all user preference, so I urge you to try them all out and see what best fits your game style. I still think that Tiger's Lust is probably the best choice considering that you can dispel things like Hunter and Warrior roots and put it on teammates. Now let's move on to the Glyphs. There are two main cookie cutter glyphs in my opinion, which are Glyph of Sparring and Glyph of Touch of Karma. One of the main reasons why I like Touch of Death, even though it's an optional glyph, is mainly because you don't have to worry about saving chi to use it. So say you're trying to get someone really low, they're around 10% health, and you have to save that chi because you want to kill them with a Touch of Death instantly. Instead of that, you could just keep pouring out all your chi and all your damage onto that target without having to worry about saving that 3 chi, and that's why I like it. However, if you're running a comp that's like very dot heavy for an arena team, I would suggest taking Glyph of Paralysis. If you do not know what that's also called, it's called Glyph of Path of Blossoms. Don't ask me why. I thought it was going to be called Glyph of Paralysis, but in the auction house it is called Glyph of Path of Blossoms, I believe. And there you have it, guys. There's the changes for patch 5.3 for Windwalker monks. Let me know if you have any questions for me, and feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll answer it as quickly and as accurately as I can. If you found this guide helpful, please like, comment, and sub. It really helps, guys. It really helps the channel grow. If you'd also like to check out my other guides, including leveling guides, which really help, feel free to just check out my channel. It's under the Warcraft Guides playlist on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope to see you in the next one. Take care, guys, and have a wonderful day. Guys, also make sure to check out BoBo Editing because he's amazing. If you guys have any questions about Photoshop or if you're confused about how to use Photoshop, he's the guy to go to. He's amazing. I haven't been using Photoshop that long and I'm already getting pretty good at it thanks to him. So make sure you check him out and give him a lot of support. Also, make sure you check out Rchetype because he makes amazing music. But hope to see you guys soon and hope to see you in the next video. Take care.